Okay, shalom, shalom, kum yasha'Allah, kol v'loyimla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Chachadash, double honors for our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us His beautiful truth, and just want to say the water toward the H.I.M and Akwaf. That's all here sincerely, keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai to the best of their ability. Jachanan Nawaf just coming at you with another quick lesson. Pray that it's edifying by the Spirit. Now, this couple that you see on the screen, I don't want to like scroll through the pictures or whatever because they kind of, it's showing, the graphics, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But I'll just cliff note this story, and we'll see where the Spirit leads. Now, this couple right here, right? They both came up in the church together. They were virgins all the way until they got married. Supposedly, they got married, and they was the first time, they had ever had sex was with each other. So, of course, the woman, they have this discussion about, since they were so suppressed as children, they started to talk about different types of sex and all this other stuff. So now they're like basically Christian swingers. They do porn, and and you could just see in the story, she initiated it all. So it kind of reminded me of the Eve thing, you know what I'm saying? Going back to, Adam and Eve, the serpent basically beguiling Eve, and her coming back with that philosophy to Adam, right? So they don't want their children to know and all this other shit. He's talking about how they're still in love and that nothing is ever gonna break them up. But what he doesn't know is man, she's through. She'll pop up and leave him any day. He was better off not even getting off into all that. And then at the same time too, they're both committing adultery because they're swinging. Basically, he's sleeping with another man's wife, she's sleeping with another man's husband, and then you watching another man pop your wife. But they're in love. He claims that, hey, we're in love. A person telling you that they're in love with this type of action, man, they really don't know what love is. Because what does the scripture say about love? Matter of fact, let's get that. It's like I said again, I didn't even pull no precepts on it. I didn't want to scroll all through it because, like I said, she all in all kinds of little freaky ass outfits and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Come on, blue letter acting up. Let's go into this other one then. It's lock here. Sometimes it moves a little quicker. But yeah, man, I mean, that's that swinging shit, that's going off, man. Now, their parents actually, even though they who knows if these are Edomites or not. They look like Edomites, but we don't go by color, of course. We don't go by, if a person looks like a so-called white person, that's exactly what they are, because, under our doctrine and teaching, we understand that, and just by the Spirit, it makes perfect sense that the Hebrew Israelites are going to look like all different nations of people, right? Because we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. But your lineage goes by the seed line of your father. So if you come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Jacob had those 12 sons, which were the 12 tribes of Israel. His children are still being produced to this very, very day through the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Haitians, Jamaicans, the ones that we generally know. But there are the scattered or the speckled bird, so to speak, amongst our people that are out here that look like other nations, and they're actually Hebrew Israelites, right? But I mean, they actually got married under the right pretense. They got married under the right pretense. That he was the first to get with his woman. He was the first one to pop her cherry, so to speak. That was the proper way to go scripturally. And then they just denounced everything that their parents taught them because they felt like it was so suppressive to them, and they don't want their children. So now and basically what she was saying, and she wants her children to basically grow up and just feel free to just do whatever. See what I'm saying? So, but this is the world that you live in these days, man. It's not gonna get any better. Shit only gonna get worse. And you know what they have the title on this story? It's called Porn Again Christian. Hey, and this is hey, where's people like Vocab Malone when it comes to these types of stories, man? While you Christian apologists are running down the Hebrew Israelites on a day-to-day basis, out on the highways and byways, why aren't you running down people like this and asking them, hey, why are you doing this? You're making us look bad as Christians, man. But this is the love. Let me see. It's a lock. That's not what I wanted. Because they claim, like, like I said, they love each other. Because there's plenty of scriptures where the Lord said, hey, if you love me, keep my commandments. Matter of fact, that's John 14:15. If you love me, keep my commandments. Uh, John 15:10. If ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. That's not the one I want, though, but you see here, Salakia, bear with me here. This is the love of God. 1 John 5:3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. See, these commandments are not grievous, man. They didn't have to go out here and get to swinging. Now, what I will say is this: she would not have agreed to him having multiple women or multiple wives, because that is unlawful in the scriptures. Because, like I said, she was the one that initiated this. Let me see if I can just go into it. Because, like I said, I don't want to go all off into the pictures and stuff, as you can see here. Let's get it. It says, we grew up sexless Christians. Now we're in an open marriage and make porn. The porn again Christians. Crazy. A married couple is speaking out about how they went from conservative Christians to kinky content creators, saying they finally feel free now that they've left their church. Cal and Emmy Blast, both 35, have become top earners on OnlyFans and have an open marriage. We both grew up in such a restrictive and religious environment. We had no chance to think for ourselves. A lusty and liberated Emmy told news.com. See? A lusty and liberated. See? And that's all that is lust. But what can you say, man? I mean, come on, man. Like, you think that this guy really believes that she would stop that lifestyle? Now, if he was to say, hey, look, man, hey, you know what? I just want us to just go back to being who we were before. Here she go. Your woman fantasizing about some other dudes. Come on, man. You watching your woman just getting knocked down, man. Come on, man. Anyway, but hey, this is your Christian society these days, and majority of Christians, man. Hey, look, man. Anybody with some experience would know that the women in the church, oh my goodness, man. Them some of the biggest freaks on the planet. Biggest freaks on the planet, man. And they walk around and they act as if they all innocent. And they are the biggest freaks on the planet, man. But anyway, I just wanted to just touch on this for a hot sec. Yeah, Vocab Malone, where in the hell are you at, man, when you got stories like this right here? And this is some Edomite type shit, though. It really is. So I'm thinking it's some real Edomite type shit. She done got out here, done got a little bit of attention. You know what I'm saying? And he probably, was a damn weirdo to begin with, because she's not the best looking, but she's not bad looking. But you know what I'm saying? You can already completely see that this dude was more than likely a damn dork, because he's a simp. If he's going for this, he's a complete fucking simp. If he allowed her to talk him into this shit, he's a simp, man. And he wasn't. So by him probably getting some little extra little something in, it probably, made him feel some type of way or whatever. But you best believe it'll come a point where I just can't see a man seeing his woman get knocked down by somebody else unless He just really doesn't give a fuck, man. Like for real, straight up. But anyway, I just wanted to just touch on this for a hot second. Hey, we're definitely living in the last days, man. This is that last day type of energy going on right here, man. You see what I'm saying? Even though we know the Edomites, they don't have no business with their hands on the scriptures anyway, because the Bible goes off into that. Matter of fact, let me they don't have no have no business with their hands on the scriptures, man. So this right here is completely their, would be their lifestyle to begin with, man. They into bestiality. They sleep with animals and shit. They, I mean, they sleep. They, sleep with the dad, all up close and personal incest. Psalms 50:16. But unto the wicked, Yahweh saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee? See, they hated the instruction that their parents provided them with. You know what I'm saying, as far as the scriptures, because in the kingdom, you heathen, y'all gonna live by these scriptures, man. Y'all gonna live by the laws, the same way that we live by your laws. Y'all gonna live by these laws, man. So that was a good thing that their parents actually kind of kept them, at a point of teaching them what the Bible says and keeping them, basically being virgins or whatever until whatever. You know what I'm saying with that, But I mean, as you can see, they completely threw it behind them. They completely threw it behind them, man. Now you out here living a life that you're so proud of, but you're basically living it in the dark. Nobody really knows about it. You just sneaking out and going out of town and going here and there and getting into these freak parties. You know what I'm saying? But I guess hey, if they've made the New York Times, and people know about it now, right? Okay, but anyway, I just wanted to just touch on that, man. Hey, here's your Christianity uh, uh, vocab alone, and you Christian apologists. Why aren't y'all talking to these people, man? Why aren't you running out here and kicking it with these Catholic priests and all these different people, man, that's out here making y'all religion look bad as hell? So with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying, for me, inshallah.